This video is going to show you some simple ways to get started with augmented videos. And I'm going to start in Tinkercad, which is tinkercad.com. And you can make an account there for free, and it's very easy to use. There's lessons and starters that will get you going, all kinds of shapes to choose from, and all sorts of other kinds of objects you can choose from to build. So I have built this little Folly Park monument, and I'm going to export it as an STL. Now I've opened up Adobe Aero. This is a beta version, which is a test version for a laptop. I usually use it on my iPad, but sometimes I like to work on a laptop, so we'll do it here. So I've saved an STL, which is a stereolithography file. It's a file you can 3D print from, or you can use it in augmented or virtual reality. So I'm going to bring in that object. I'm going to look specifically for my STL. Here it is. Now I can use the tools here to move it, or to orbit it, or to change the size. I'm going to make it a little bigger so I can see what I'm doing here. So there's my Folly Park monument, and I'll lock that for right now. Now I'd like to bring in some background for my scene. So again, I'm going to bring in some new objects. Here's a photograph. So I'd also like that to be bigger. You can put it in the background, rotate it a bit, and move it to the back. Other thing I think I'd like to do is duplicate this photo. I've got a duplicate, and I am going to orbit that duplicate all the way around and kind of make a little background for my scene. Over a tiny bit more. Now I would like a ground plane for my scene. So here's my image that I've brought in, and I'm going to rotate that. Larger, around a bit. A bit smaller. Just where I want it. Lock all of these right now. So I can use my pan tool and my rotate tool to get things the way that I want them to look. I can use this dolly tool. Rotate a bit. I want to zoom in a little bit on this also. seeing exactly how I want it to look. So that looks pretty good. Now I can go in and I might decide to use some of the shapes that Adobe Aero supplies. So I think we're going to try some characters. And I've decided to bring in this armadillo. Now I might want him a little bit bigger. So let's see what I can do. I'll go down here to size and I'll make him 30 centimeters. Now we can really see him in Folly Park. Now we're going to give him an action and animate him. So I'm going to go down to this little running figure, and I'm going to select my armadillo and go to trigger, and I want it to, upon starting, do an animation. So start is my trigger, and my animation I think will be bounce. And I can pick how much of an offset I want. So we'll have them, let's try 15 centimeters by 20. And sometimes this is trial and error to just see how it's going to turn out. I'll do 20 there. The duration, 2 seconds looks good. We'll do ease in and out. And we'll do infinite and back and forth. We're going to see how we did. So we have our background and our foreground, we have our Folly Park monument, and we have our little armadillo, and we've given him something to do. So let's preview. He goes, he's bouncing.